Hi, everyone. Welcome to Witchy Wednesday. I am so excited for tonight's Witchy Wednesday, where we're talking about living by the moon. And I see that Nancy's here already. So we'll just wait for a second and see. We have some other people I know that they said were going to come. Thanks for putting my merch in there, Nancy. That was fun. That was nice. Thanks so much. Celina and I have been talking backstage. We've both had the COVID, and we're both getting over it. So we're both snorting and sniffing and coughing, and Mr. Honey's in the background over here. So there's going to be a lot of probably. Excuse me. Didn't really think we were going to have burping, but okay. I didn't know that. I was thinking that, and I also was afraid that people were going to think, oh, she's not going to be here because she's been sick. But nope, I'm here. I am here. How are you doing tonight, Nancy? Oh, I'm glad you like your Serene AF mug. I'm really glad that you like it. How was your day, Nancy? And then I'll get on with the introduction. Oh, there's Celina. Good, just finished dinner. Me too. All right, well, I'm going to go over, and I have a little introduction that I want to read for. Yeah, so tonight, like I said before, I want to welcome everybody who is here tonight and who watches later on the replay. I want to welcome everybody to Witchy Wednesday and to this theme that is really close to my heart, which is living by the moon and how it guides our life. And I also want to say that tonight is a new moon, so this is auspicious. Our guest tonight is Celina. She is the creator of Essence of the Moon. The first video I watched of Celina's was an unboxing. She was unboxing a gift box, and it included a ruby and zoisite stone. And I have one that I keep right by my desk all the time. It's one of my favorites. Between that and her love of the moon, I subscribed quickly and have continued to watch her channel, where she shares unboxings and deck reviews and book reviews and interviews with authors. But more than anything, what I appreciate about Celina and her channel is that she shares herself authentically, with openness and honesty. And I really appreciate that. And I invited her tonight to share her love and her practice with the moon. So without further ado, let's welcome Celina. There she is.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Jilly, for inviting me.
Oh my goodness, you're so welcome. I'm so happy to have you, and I was so happy to find your channel and to find that we have people in common, right? We know people in common.
We do.
And oh my goodness, look who's here! Your godmother, Ms. Tarot.
Oh,
here.
Madrina.
Yes. Ms. Herody, I sent you an email. I hope you got it. I am just, I'm just really happy to have you with me, and really happy to talk about and on what a night too, with the new moon being.
I just pulled cards and the dark moon came out on top of already being. So two wonderful cards came out. This card came out and it's the dark moon and it talks about stillness, looking within, surrender, and release. And then the second card was very like they came out together and it's blue lotus, wellness, healing, and help with anxiety, which I think you and I are very much in need of right now.
Yes.
So I thought it was like absolutely perfect as I was backstage and, sitting there. I'm like, let me pull some cards. And those two cards came out. So I was like, this is perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
It is perfect. Thank you so much for doing
Hmm.
that.
You're
And
welcome.
as we said before, we are recovering, both of us, from COVID. And so there may be snorts and sniffles and nose blowing and coughing going on. And I may have to let the dog out
Yes.
because Mr. Honey is sitting, oh, I don't know, maybe 20 feet away from me with headphones on watching TV. So he can't hear that the dog is whining at the door.
Aw,
Ugh.
it's
Anyway,
okay. It's okay. Anything for our four-legged companions.
it always happens. He hears me talking and not to him. And so he thinks, oh, well, now I need attention. So
I
I
love it.
I do want to say that I do want to say something real quick to Ms. Tarot D. And I did send an email, but about a month ago, I was in a live, and Ms. Tarot D said, "Can you message me your email address?" And I did, and a conversation ensued,
Hmm.
and there were some magical workings coming my way. And
One
so,
like this.
yes, so last Friday was the absolute worst day of my illness. I couldn't get out of bed, and
Wow.
I felt really down and really low. And thank you to the people who reached out to me, and you know who you are. And excuse me. And I so appreciate you. Um, when Mr. Honey came in from work, he brought a box in, and I assumed that it was a car part that he ordered, because his parts kind of come in these white square boxes that are almost the size of a shoebox, but not
Hmm.
quite. And so about an hour later, he said, "Are you going to open your package?" And I said, "It's for me." And so I opened it up, and here was a box of magic. And I cannot even tell you what a balm that was for my soul. So I immediately took the spray out and sprayed the house all over.
Yep.
Yes. And we went to bed. And the next morning we woke up and we looked at each other. And I said, "I feel better." And he said, "I feel better too. Go get that spray."
I love that. Miss Hero D's sprays are amazing. So I was losing my scent. And I was like, oh
Oh,
no, I'm not dealing with losing my scent and my taste. So I was grabbing, and I told Miss Hero D this. I was grabbing this, spraying it on my hands, and smelling my hands so that I could not, so I would not lose my scent. I lost it very slightly, but
mhm.
not enough where it was completely gone. But I attribute it to Miss Herody's Florida water because I kept smelling it and smelling it and smelling it so that I could keep my senses up to par.
Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Tarody.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. On to the moon. On to the moon. So I want to go bring my notes up here. But I guess, my first question to you, as always, is how did your practice with the moon start? How did you begin your practice?
So the funny thing is, if you know, my name is Celina, that means goddess of the moon. It's a derivative of Selene, the goddess Selene.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I felt like it was always me. When I was young, since I was young, I always had different abilities. I could see things, I could smell things, I could hear things. I thought everybody did the same thing. I thought everybody could smell and hear and taste and everything, and people couldn't. So, but the moon part, I think I fully came into my name uh, maybe a good 2.5 years ago, where I fully embraced it. And it was when I went to Scotland with my best friend, and it was a 2 week trip. And during that time, I felt like I was floating and, in a way, almost collecting pieces of myself while I was in Scotland. It was such an odd experience, but it was so magical in so many ways. And I felt like I left here as Celina and came back as Essence of the Moon because of my experience in Scotland and in England.
That's amazing. That
Yeah.
is amazing. I had to pull my journal because I came full circle, or fully into the moon. I As a kid, I always loved the moon. I was
Mhm.
constantly looking up at night,
Yeah.
and I loved the different phases of the moon, but I
Mhm.
really didn't really know about them, or research them or anything. I just knew, oh, that's a crescent moon, that's a gibbous, there's a full
Yeah.
moon. And I've always loved the sky and
Hmm.
looking at the stars. And
Me too.
just so that followed me. Excuse me.
Yeah. But also, I remember when I was like a teenager, um, I did my own drawing down the moon ritual. I can't remember what exactly I did,
Wow.
but being a child, one of 9 kids, I was number 7. So I was a child that was pretty lonely, even though there was a lot of people around me. I was still lonely.
Mm,
And I was of that age where you were outside all day. Once the lights turn on, the street lights, that's when you come home.
that's
So I
right.
was always outside. I
That
was
was us
always
too.
outside. Yeah. And for me, I was always talking to the moon. She was
Oh,
always there for me. She was always my friend, my confidant. I always told her my secrets. But I remember after doing my drawing down the moon ritual, I felt like I embodied the moon for the longest time. Like I could feel the energy. I was walking different. My sleep was different. I felt different after that ritual. And that's when I knew, like, wow, magic. I mean, I probably didn't even realize I was doing magic, but what I realized is that the moon is very powerful. The
oh my,
moon is always there for you, even though when it's changing, I think it reminds us that we're also changing, and it's okay to change. It's okay not to be full and at your brightest one day. It's
yes,
okay to be in a hermit mode and be dark the next. It's okay to have those seasons that we also change on a monthly basis.
it's taught me
Yeah.
that a lot of the old ways, the ways of our ancestors, are
Hmm.
important, and how far we've come from that, and
Yeah.
how we have just really denied ourselves
Hmm.
the the permission to feel, and to rest, and to release, and
Yeah.
to go deep within.
I blame it on the overexposure of technology.
Mm,
It's these little devices here that,
I think, but
you
yeah,
know,
I think it started so long ago, though.
true. Yeah.
I think it started long, long ago, when we started to really push aside those ways for whatever was new then.
Yeah.
Whatever
True.
was new and popular then. And yes,
Well, and then like religion came in and started conquering. And then that's when, a lot of them had to go into hiding
yeah,
who they really were and who they truly worshiped.
yeah, yeah.
Like my great grandmother was a Santa Muerte devotee, and she tells me now that she's happy I'm open and doing it so openly and freely because she could not.
Mm. And
So
that is like, in the, I don't know if it's a weird way, but we, okay, so I'm just going to say it and you can disagree with me if you think I'm wrong, but we owe our ancestors that because
Oh,
they
totally.
stay hidden and we don't. And I think we owe our ancestors that.
Oh, completely. 1,000%. I agree with that. I think what I'm doing now, and like every morning when I make them coffee and tell them what's going to go on in my day or what I'm dealing with, um, I owe even that little amount to them, is
Mm.
making them a cup of coffee in the morning.
Yes.
Make them coffee. I make Santa Muerte coffee. I make myself coffee. They get their coffee first and their water and their treats and their snacks or whatever sweets I have. And then I start drinking mine and I tell them what's going to go on in my day to day, what I'm dealing with, what I need help with.
They're the
Um,
elders. If they were sitting in front of you, you would serve them first.
totally. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Let's say hi to some people that have
Sure.
come in, and then I'm we're already in it. Okay, so
Yeah.
we have Ms. Tarot D, we have Nancy, we have Roman. Hello, hello. We have the
I know he
fabled
messaged me this morning. He's like, when are you on with Jilly today?
uh,
Yeah.
the fabled witch is on.
Hi,
Hello.
Bridget.
I don't know Bridget, so it's
Oh,
nice.
I love her.
Oh my goodness, it's so nice to meet
I
you.
love her.
I,
She is the first person I interviewed on Voices from the Liminal.
oh my goodness, I will make sure that if you have a channel, I will make sure that I get you,
Mhm.
I ding you, I
Yeah.
follow you.
Yeah, I love her.
Bernadette's here.
Hello, Bernadette.
Hi, Bernadette. It's nice to see you. Debbie's Witchy's vlogs here. She says, I sound better. I do sound better, but let me tell you, I'm still coughing and blowing my nose. And
Me too.
so let's see.
Yeah, Bridget is Miss Tara D's other godmother or
Okay,
goddaughter. There we go, goddaughter.
gotcha. She's
Mhm.
amazing. I will make
She is.
sure that I get over and like and subscribe to you
She's
and
very artistic.
you, Bernadette. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel as well. Trying to
Mhm.
get to 1,000. Trying to get to 1,000. So for me, like I said, as a kid, but I had no idea, and I was very late to the tarot esoteric community game, was well into my
Me
40s,
me too. I was late to it.
way well into my 40s before that happened.
Mhm.
And in 2024, so it was during COVID that I read a book called The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow.
Ooh.
If you can get her on your channel. um she is an author who's written uh I'm gonna say they're witchy, but like feministy kind of
Mhm.
books. But the Once and Future Witches was the book where the switch flipped for me and I was like, oh my God, I'm a witch. and I
Isn't
wasn't
that funny how it happens?
and I was really happy about that, but at the same time I was afraid because I didn't like that word at all.
Yeah.
I didn't like the W word. But okay, so that happened. And so I'm working with that and everything. And then in 2024, I had something happen in my life that really just like, something that shakes your ground, right?
Mhm.
And I started following a person on called Jessica in the Moon. Do you know who she is?
I do not.
She is a wonderful moon witch and just really a nice person. She's from Wales. And I had to grab my journal, but it was April 8th. It was the equinox,
Okay.
the full equinox in 2024, and solar equinox. And and that's when I started and my life changed. My
Wow.
life absolutely, absolutely changed. And so, yeah, that's how it happened. That is how it happened to me. If any of you in chat follow the moon, like what's your experience? We want to hear from you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've always thought that, my God, the moons pull the tides. We're
Mm-hmm.
like 90 something percent water. What,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um,
I mean, working in a hospital system, you knew when it was a full moon.
I worked with kids too.
Yeah,
And
so
I
you
also,
knew.
worked with the elderly. So
Yeah,
yeah, you always know.
you always knew when it was a full moon because of they would always say the crazies would come out when it was the full moon.
Well, look at the moon card, the moon
Mm-hmm.
card too. Mm. And lunar, and we had lunatic, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there was the word association there too.
Yeah.
Celina, what does living by the moon mean to you? What does that involve
I
for
feel
you?
like yeah, for me, I feel it's choosing my own rhythm. It's choosing my natural, what I'm naturally full, like I was saying earlier, as a full moon, or when I'm naturally just going inwards and, looking within with the dark moon. I think it reminds me that our whole life is definitely a cycle from the time we're born to the time we pass away. But there's times to build, time to release, and it also means the awareness. It's having the awareness that, I think, checking yourself emotionally, depending on what's happening, like we just said about the full moon and what that brings out. Um, but it's just, for me, it's noticing my own cycle. It's noticing when I am up, when I am down, and not trying to be, and not be so hard on myself when I am in a down kind of mood, or like I'm going to say, like a hermit mode. When I'm going into hermit mode, it's okay to do that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to set boundaries, not answer phone calls, not return text messages. It's okay to give it a couple days before you respond, until you mentally are able to. So it's, for me, it's honoring myself, because I have to set boundaries.
Yeah. And I think living by the moon actually taught me that,
Yeah, me
you know,
too.
and it taught me to forgive myself when, of course, when I first started,
Mhm.
I researched everything. I just in December finished a series on moon magic, on each phase of the moon, with all kinds of resources to go along with that. But one of the things that I got kind of caught up in for a few months back, way back when in the beginning, was I felt like I had to do something for each phase of the moon.
Me
And
too.
that kind of drove me nuts after, and it also made me feel guilty if I missed.
Yeah.
And
I was like that in the beginning,
I had
and
to stop and like give myself permission and say, yeah, no.
correct, because there's times where there's certain magic that I want to make, that I want to do, but I'm like, well, I feel good today because I have autoimmune issues.
Mm-hmm.
I have times where I can't physically do things. And I was like, well, I feel good today. It doesn't line up with the moon. Who gives a crap? The intention is there. My energy is there. What I'm putting into it is there. That's enough. If it doesn't line up with the moon, oh well. But I feel good today. I'm going to do it today. And if I don't do it today, it's going to wait until I'm feeling better again, and that might be next month.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to give myself grace because of not being able to hurry up and go outside and do moon water. I'm like, whoops. Well, I have 3 days before and 3 days. You have like that 3 day time frame. So if
Right.
you can do it within that 3 day time frame, I think you're fine.
You're
So
okay.
I'm okay. If I do it on the third day, guess what? It is okay.
That's
It
right.
doesn't have to be
And,
exactly on the full moon.
and if you put it in your windowsill because it's 3 degrees out and it's going to
That
freeze
works too.
overnight, that works too.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a lot of intention
Yes.
with working by the moon too. Do you have a favorite phase?
Oh, the dark moon for sure.
Okay. Me
Yeah.
too.
Dark moon is my favorite.
When I first started practicing with the moon, I really thought, like, I'm all about brightness and sunshine, and I'm so happy that with the equinox is coming this week. I can't stand it, but the days are getting longer. Yay!
Yeah, that's one good
I
thing.
love me a new moon,
Hmm.
and my favorite phase after the new moon is the waxing crescent.
Mine too.
I love
Yeah,
it.
mine
It's
too.
like just like peeking out, and it's taking those intentions that you make. If
Hmm.
if you've made new intentions under the new moon, and you don't have to, you don't have to make new intentions every new moon. But if you have, and you kind of look at them and you say, okay, like, is there anything I need to what else do I need to add anything? I don't know. And there's
Yeah,
also this, yeah, it's anticipatory
yeah.
energy. There's like this little bit of anticipatory energy that's there that I love.
But sometimes I only have the energy just to mentally say this is what I'm doing for this cycle. You don't even have, it doesn't have to be a whole grandiose, big elaborate thing. Even if you don't even light a candle, it is okay. It is what you are intentionally putting out there. Even if you're only thinking about it for 1 minute, that is enough to put stuff into motion.
Yeah, this is what I tell my Zen students, and I'll say it here too,
Mhm.
that this is your practice. It's my practice. It's your practice. It's
Yep.
everybody's practice. We're all going to do it differently. And
Yeah.
thank God for that. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to come together in
Hmm.
ceremony, but it's also like our practices should be as different as we are.
Yeah. And no one should tell you that you're doing it wrong. If
Uh,
anybody's telling you that you're doing it wrong, send them my way, please. I'll be more than happy to talk to them
well,
and tell them,
that makes
listen, there is no gatekeeping here, period.
um, the fabled witch says, I've been talking to the moon more. I grew up
Oh,
with knowing the moon as a man and then later a woman. So I like to use both energies with the moon, but still getting used to it. Me too. I'm getting used
oh,
to it.
Bridget, that's pretty. That's beautiful.
Yes. Every full moon, I transform.
Hmm.
Anything moon, I feel it. That's Bernadette.
Beautiful.
Oh, Ms. Tara D said, wait, Jilly, finish the story. How do you feel about the word witch now? How have your views on the word changed? I own the word. I
Hmm.
own the word. And I will say, like, I'm not out in my community saying, hey, I'm Jill and I'm a witch. But
Yeah.
I don't have a problem talking about it, whatsoever. And, Ms. Taro D, I got to tell you that, I've only been in this. I think I think I've really been a witch for a long time, but
Hmm.
I've only owned it for, I'm going to say, since maybe 22. So what is that now? 4 years, not even
Hmm.
5 years yet. So I sort of feel, I kind of have imposter syndrome sometimes. And I am very, I, I revere my elders in the witch world, and I love to learn from all of you.
Hmm. I think we're
Um,
always learning, I feel like we always should be in that learning mode. Doesn't
yeah,
matter how old you get, doesn't matter how much of a crone or how long of a crone you've been. I think
right.
there's always something to learn.
Yeah, it's not how old you are
Yeah.
in Earth years, right?
Hmm.
Um, Nancy says she used to work the graveyard in the ER. Graveyard
Ooh.
in the ER. The moons were beyond crazy. Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Hmm.
Um, the Fable Witches. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I don't know what that I sometimes work. Oh, okay. So she's talking to Nancy. Excuse me. Bernadette says, I have an autoimmune diagnosis too. Sometimes I
Mhm.
can't move or do much.
Yeah.
I've been using the image of the full moon or different phases of the moon from a deck I have and work with that in my spells and offerings. I love that.
Hmm.
The moon is always there, no matter what what face it's wearing. I love that too.
Who said that? Roman,
Right.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No wonder you all love me. It's my ascendant. uh, oh, Celina inspired me to expand my practice.
Bridget.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. I love it.
Mhm. Yeah, Bridget's a
I'm
wonderful.
so glad you're chatting. I love that. Um, so do you mind like sharing what what your moon practice is and how formal it is? I think you addressed that a little bit, but do you have some
Yeah.
time where you're more formal than others or
It depends on my energy, what my autoimmune stuff is doing. I know you said Bernadette also has autoimmune stuff.
Mm,
So I have systemic lupus, I have RA, I have fibromyalgia,
mm,
and some people probably don't think I have it because of how much I'm constantly moving. But I like to, I like to put all those feelings and pains aside while I am on screen, and then once I get off, it's completely different. So it goes the same way with anything I'm doing with the moon. The moon. Sometimes it's only as simple as putting moon water out and or collecting different types of waters outside if it was a big storm, um if it's a dark moon, if it's a full moon. I just have enough energy to put that out there, take some crystals out there, take some statues out there. That's like the most I can do.
whatever you want to
But
blend?
if I have the energy and I have specific work I want to do, and it's usually candle magic, it's herbs, it's my own little ritual that I do. Um, and it just depends what my intention is, what it is I'm working on.
Yeah.
But it's always candle magic, it's always herbs. That's always like, I mean, you see candles back here. Um, there's always candles and incense burning.
Yep.
So,
At my house too. And now
mhm.
sprays.
Yeah,
Sprays are going all the time too.
yeah,
And
me too.
and Mr. Honey is so thankful for that because he sneezes with the incense. So it's really nice to have the
I have
spray.
the sprays. Yeah, they're really nice. But yeah, that's what my normal intent. That's what my normal moon magic is. It's an everyday type of magic. It's not, like I said, it's not grandiose sometimes, and it doesn't have to be. It's giving yourself grace if you can't do a full blown ritual. If you
Yeah.
can't call in, do a circle and call in the elements, and you know, cleanse yourself and your hands beforehand and your tools and consecrate.
And turn the
Sometimes
right
you don't,
way.
yeah, sometimes you don't have the energy to do all of that. Sometimes it's just, I'm going to light a candle. This is what I'm thinking about. Here are some herbs that can correspond with that. Usually for me, it's always mugwort. I love mugwort. It's like my favorite herb ever.
I need
And
in my
yeah,
life.
yeah, so I do that. Put in some, if I want to add some jasmine flowers for offerings, or some roses, or some calendula or chamomile, I do that, or I start making my own little batch of calendula oil for my skin.
That's
But
one
that's
thing
it.
I have started doing is to use a little bit of oil and anoint myself. Not
Hmm.
every month, but like when I have been more formal about it. One thing that has helped me, and this is just like how I organize my ADHD life, because if I don't, it all goes to you know where.
Yeah.
I journal. So I like to journal with each phase of the moon. And it might be like, I do have did I start it in this journal? Oh, I did. I have a whole setup that I do um, for new moons. And I'm trying to,
I'm a horrible journaler.
so I still
Horrible.
have a page like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Um, well, that one was, they're not all like that. But yeah, so I used to I used to pull a goddess at every new moon. Um I don't I don't do that anymore because I tend to work with a goddess for each season, like, because I'm still getting to know this, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, but
So who's your goddess for this season?
so my goddess for Imulk has been Bridget.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do for Ostara. I'm feeling the pull toward Ashura again. That
Hmm.
was a goddess I told people about when I became a Reiki master. We did a meditation where we released some guides and we took on other guides. And you know, it was supposed to be taking on guides from a higher plane. So
Yeah.
so we're sitting there during, you know, there's this little guided thing and then there's silence. And so we're all sitting there in the circle and I'm sitting there going, I guess nobody wants me.
Aw,
Nobody
that's
wants
not
me.
true.
So I'm like, I'm going to be the person that says, yeah, nope, I didn't get any messages. All of a sudden in my ear, I hear, I am Ashura and I am with you always. And I'm
Wow.
like, wait, what? Wait,
Who are
what?
you? Yeah.
Who are you? What's your name? Hold on. How do you spell that?
I love that.
So afterwards, you know, that's what I said. And I had no clue. And do you know who Ashura is?
I do not.
Ashura is the mythical wife of God.
Wow.
So yeah, I was like, okay, I didn't know it either. And I was
Oh,
allowed to go get my phone because we had to put our phones away so that I could look it up.
wow.
So
That's amazing.
it is amazing, but she also has been like, she has not been she's not been demanding of me, right? She's
Mhm.
been like, go explore, go do your thing. I'm here. I am with you always. I told you that. And
Oh,
so I've
beautiful.
kind of been, and then last year I read a book called Lilith
Hmm.
by Nikki Marmory. And Ashura plays a big part in that book. And I thought,
Wow.
huh, that's a message. I think it's time
Hmm.
to get back to that again. So I think for Ostar, it's going to be Ashura. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that.
So yeah, and so for I'm with you. Like for the new moons, I don't anymore do ceremony for each one of the phases. But if it happens to be a day where I think, wow, like I feel like if I feel called to
Hmm.
do something and it's not on the new moon or full moon, I don't say, "Oh, I've got to wait." You
Yeah.
know? I do it whatever day it is.
Yeah.
Whenever I have the time and the energy
Yeah.
and the calling to do it.
Hmm. And that's something I started doing this year, actually. It was my good friend Sophie, the Midwest Magician, did 2026 Witchcraft Ins and Outs. And that was my out for 2026, is waiting for the perfect moon cycle to be able to do a specific
Mm.
ritual I wanted to do. I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to put a time limit on my magic.
It is. Oh, somebody's planting marigolds. They're one of my
Bridget,
favorites. Bridget's planting marigolds. Um,
she sent me some last year, and I'm so cautious not to use it all. So it just sits on my altar right now.
the Wild
But
Witch got me
yeah,
planting marigolds and saving them. So
yeah,
I have marigolds saved, and they
yeah,
smell heavenly.
they
Um,
do.
that,
Yeah, so she sent me these
uh,
last year around my birthday.
somebody said, "Oh, Beth's here." Aspasia Rising. Hi, Beth.
Oh, hey, Beth.
Beth says, "I connect with Bridget all year long." Um, I love Bridget. I love that card in the Druidcraft. That is
Mm-hmm.
Fearlet. That is Bridget in that card. Somebody's sending you some more. Oh, she's gonna
Bridget.
more. Yeah, some more miracles.
Yay. Thank you. I just put some on my candles right now since I pulled it out. Because this is so this goes really well with Santa Muerte, but also very good for ancestor work. So that's why it sits on my ancestral altar.
Yeah,
Um,
miracles.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I had also Star had questioned me on this, not like in a bad way. She was just like, "Oh, I've never heard that before." But
Oh yeah, on her live with you and
yeah,
her.
because I
Yeah.
said that I had used it as protection too, and she said, "I've never heard that."
Uh-huh.
And then I went to try to look it up, and I can't find it, but I have it written down. So I mean, it must be true.
I mean, if it's working with ancestors, why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm. Oh my goodness. All right. So let me see. I know I have more questions. We probably talked about all of it. um, oh, this was a good question. I'm glad that I made this up. But and so, do you see the moon as a teacher, a mirror, or more like a rhythm keeper?
All three.
I knew you would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely all three. I feel like it teaches you, um, it shows you when it's time to change, like wisdom wise, but it also teaches you that every phase has its own value, but it's okay to be in that same aspect.
Yeah.
Um, I think I like that it reflects things back to me emotionally. It helps me see what's rising. It helps me see what needs to be released. It helps me see
Mhm.
what needs to be acknowledged within me. Um,
And I'm going to assume that you use tarot with that.
I do, yes.
Yeah, me too. Me
Even
too.
when I'm doing candle magic, I always use tarot. I include tarot into it, or Lenormand, or both.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. Or if I don't have a specific herb and I need a specific herb, I have like a herbology deck, and I pull out the herb that I need in there, and then I use that as in place of.
You
So
use
yeah,
that.
yeah, so I use it in place of. So say I need, like I normally wouldn't carry tobacco. I do now because of Santa Muerte, but before Santa Muerte, I didn't carry tobacco. And sometimes I wanted to use tobacco as an offering, but I didn't have tobacco. So I have a little herbology, a mini deck, and tobacco was in there, and I'd pull that card out.
Mm,
So
yeah. All right. I have here's a big one that I think we can talk about for a little while. Do you think that social media has created a moon aesthetic instead of a moon practice?
oh, totally. I think the aesthetic of it has to look a specific way, it has to be a specific way. Your altar needs to always be this way. Um, I feel like it has definitely, I think anything on social media has turned up the aesthetic. Like when you're eating, you want to take a picture and take the right picture and the right angle. Same thing when you're doing magic. Oh, have to prove that I'm doing magic by taking a picture and posting it on social media. I
Yeah.
think that's where that's happening. I feel like real moon practice is quiet, it's private, it's emotional, and it's very messy. My altar is very messy, but there's candle drippings and there's incense residue, and there's about a couple Palo Santos that have been burned and are sitting there. I have a charcoal disc that needs to be used. I have stuff sitting in a little cauldron that needs to get disposed of properly. And I'll be like, either I'll take it outside or guess what? It's going to go straight in the garbage can, and that is okay. But I feel like
Like,
social media has made this, it has to look beautiful, it has to look aesthetic, it has to look perfect. That's BS.
I think it's also, and I'm saying this because, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a problem saying that. I don't have a lot of money. So I am the queen of reduce, reuse, and recycle. And I think social media has like put people in debt over buying the right stuff.
Yeah.
There's very little stuff you need. Like you need
You
yourself.
actually need nothing.
You need yourself in the moon.
That's it. That's it. You don't need a candle. You don't need an herb. If you want to add an herb and you happen to have a tea bag, guess what? The tea bag works just fine.
That's right.
Stick that in a pot, make a simmer pot, or just simmer it yourself. And there's your simmer pot. Walk around the house, wafting the smoke from your tea and doing it that way. That
Yeah.
also works. So I'm very much about everyday stuff. But there's times where I want to be bougie and I want to add all that extra glitz and glam, but it's very private. I don't post my rituals
No.
on social media. I post my tarot decks, what book I'm reading, um, where I'm going, my husband, my dog, but I'm not posting my rituals at all. Because to me, that's private. To me, that's personal. To me, it's very intimate for me.
I like that. I really do. I don't like to. I'm not a big. Honestly, I'm more on YouTube than I am anywhere else,
Me
and
too.
I don't have. I don't feel like I have the time to do all of that, and I can't.
I don't.
And believe me, just from trying to film and then just trying to take, like, okay, so my husband creates runes and
Mhm.
wands and boxes, and we're just starting to sell those now. We do have a set of elder futhark ash. No,
Yes.
elder futhark.
Roman, he told me about them like last week sometime.
They're beautiful. I have a
He's like, I need these runes.
They're beautiful and they smell wonderful. But oh, what was my point? Now it just went right out of my head. Crap. Oh, take it. Just trying to get a good, like trying to get a picture of that. It's a lot harder than you think, you know. So yeah, I don't have time to take pictures of my. If you see pictures of my food, it's probably going to be messy.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have.
Normally, no.
But
I don't have time for that.
and you're right. Our practices, it's wonderful to come together in
Mhm.
ceremony. It's wonderful to be part of a community and to be standing there together, whether that's virtually or in, IRL. But like our practices are ours,
Yeah.
and that's taking back our power too.
Oh,
You know,
definitely. Definitely. And I'm definitely for taking back your own power. There's times where I will if I feel like I've depleted my energy because I'm doing a lot,
mhm.
especially being on social media, being on camera, on lives, your energy does go out to a lot of places. I do a ritual and I'll call back my energy. Sometimes I'll do a big
Oh yeah,
ritual calling it back. Sometimes I just verbally call it back.
yep.
Or before I get on camera and I'm putting my makeup on, I will say my energy stays with me unless I decide to give it to you. So I'm always telling myself that while I'm putting my makeup on or getting myself ready.
And that's protection.
Mm-hmm.
That's protection. Beth says there are very few things I can take seriously on social media. Good thing. I don't care what you ate or what it looks like. And I don't care what your kitchen or altar look like either.
Oh, mine's a hot mess right now. I mean, it's and that's one of my altars. I have like 4 altars in here, but I have another one in a different house. But yeah, that's like really really messy.
Bridget says, always trying to remind myself and others to use what you already have. It's so
Mhm.
it's much simpler.
I know Miss Tara D is talking about coming up with a way, like when you put stuff in jars or if you put people in jars and when you have to recycle, put stuff away and have it go into the garbage and the landfill and everything, looking about doing it where it's more recyclable and not in a glass.
Okay.
So I really loved her idea about that. And I'm excited when she finally decides to make a video on it.
Oh, please do. Please do make a video on it. That's
An
exciting.
eco-friendly jar video to come out in May. Thank you, Marina.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe we should do a collaboration on that, Madrina. And maybe we can bring like Bridget or whoever else on and do a big 3-way collab or something.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
What do people in chat? Does anybody have questions for us or for Celina?
Bridget said yes, a collab, and Miss Tara D said no, I don't like Bridget. LOL. That's lies, Madrina. You love Bridget. But yeah, I think learning because okay, so I recently put somebody in a jar, not in a mean way. I did a sweetening spell on somebody.
Ooh, nice.
My professor.
Okay.
She was a horrible professor from day one. And it was just a nice, friendly with some honey and her name and some herbs, and then that was it. So I was talking to Miss Tara D about it because she also did the same thing, was helping me. And that's where the whole an eco-friendly type of concept came from.
I love that.
Because
Now,
I mean, so when I'm doing jars like that, I'll save my non-pretty jars. Like I have my nice mason jars for my herbs. But I'll save like the pickle jar, I'll save the olive jars that are my husband's, I'll save whatever else jar stuff comes in. A hot sauce bottle, like the Cholula bottles, I'll save that stuff and use it for spells. So I'm still recycling, and it's not the pretty jars. I'm
well,
still recycling, but it's when I'm disposing of it,
so
the whole glass and everything's going in the garbage.
glass recycles.
It
Like
does.
glass
It takes a longer time, yeah, than using something more biodegradable. So, but yeah, so that's where the whole eco-friendly came from, because of using jars. And
do you do those spells under a certain phase of the moon?
usually yes, but that was like an emergency
Okay.
because I only had 5
Right.
weeks with that professor and I couldn't wait for the next moon cycle.
Okay.
I'm like, the intention is now. This is when I'm going to be doing it.
There you
And
go.
then Miss Tara D, I think, also did it on the same day.
If you had, what advice would you give? What 3 things? I love to work in 3s. What 3 pieces of advice would you give somebody that came to you tomorrow and said, look, I really want to start a moon practice. I'm wicked overwhelmed. What do I do?
Ooh.
And then get ready, because I'm going to ask you about books.
Yeah. So if someone was new and wanted to start working with the moon, I would say grab a journal, start noticing your emotions on specific moon cycles, start writing, do a full month ritual, a full month daily journal to start off with your emotions. See what's happening with your emotions. If you want to pull tarot to go with it, one card every single day to see what it's telling you, go ahead and do that. Put moon water, make moon water, stick it in a jar, cleanse your, sometimes you don't even have time to do that. You're just sticking the whole bottle outside. And that's okay. You don't have to cleanse your glass mason jar, put it in there, put a water safe crystal inside of it, on top of it, whatever you want. That's fine too. And then start incorporating that moon water into your daily life. Make a room spray if you want to. Add some essential oils to it. Add some witch hazel to it to kind of help, make it stay fresher longer. So use that. Make some tea with moon water and journal with it.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, make some moon water tea and journal, meditate with it. If you are trying to meditate and do a past life meditation, whatever it is you want to do. I know that's a little bit more advanced stuff, I feel. But if someone that's new, that's coming into and wanting to start with moon practice, my first thing would be grab a journal every single day what your emotions are doing during that whole month.
I like that.
From one full moon to the other. And then that'll help you understand the moon cycle. And then the next month, be more intentional with the cycle of the moon. What you're going to do for the full moon, what you want to do for the waxing, for the waning, the new moon, and start doing journaling specifically on those moon cycles during that moon cycle.
I love that.
And that's pretty much it.
And it makes sense.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be a full blown. If you want to dance outside under the full moon and do a little a fire pit, have at it. Add something else extra to it. If you want to go out there naked and do the same thing, go right ahead. If you want to infuse moon water and then just pour it on yourself while you're outside when it's not 20 degrees, that's perfect too. Whatever your heart desires, whatever comes to mind, whatever it is you think about doing, don't think it's silly. Don't think it's too much. Don't think it's not enough. Don't think you're going to be judged. If it feels right to you,
do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone question you. Don't let anyone tell you any differently.
I've rinsed my hair with my moon water. That was I'm going to say that's about the most creative.
A facial, add some rose hips to it.
Yeah, too.
Add some rose hips or even a little bit of rose essential oil, some vitamin E, some lavender essential oil, and then put in some of that moon water. Even if you're doing just a couple drops of moon water and some of the oil, because of the way it mixes oil and water, you're still infusing some type of so all of the oils that I make on my coffee shop, I include a single drop or a couple drops of my moon water into it. So it is infused with moon energy.
Nice. I love that. All right, books.
Yes.
What are your favorite books about the moon?
Right now, it's Manifesting by the Moon, Jen Sankey. I interviewed her.
I know.
It is a phenomenal book. Absolutely phenomenal book. I know I talked to you about it and I said I'd be happy to send you the book, but then you wanted a Kindle instead, right? Because of
of my
books were for you.
Yeah. I can't regular print anymore.
But Manifesting by the Moon, it has absolutely everything you could possibly want to know about the moon, about eclipses, about all different dark moons, specific astrological dark moons. I mean, there's small rituals, there's a tea recipe, there's an essential oil recipe, which I did one for the full moon, but it was also in bulk. And I made my own. She had her own moon recipe on there, and I added just a couple more things because that's what I felt like adding to it. And it's amazing. So yeah, Manifesting by the Moon is hands down my favorite book for moon magic. Yes.
Okay.
And then this one's my favorite deck. It's called Lunar Magic. That's the one I was just.
Ooh. Okay.
Mhm. This one's my favorite. It
Is it still,
has,
is it available? Is it still available?
yes,
Okay.
here's the sides to it, the backs. So it's beautiful sides. Um, but not only does it have the different moon cycles, but it has specific like herbs. Like we
Okay.
just talked about the blue
Yes.
lotus. We have the harvest moon. We have other stuff here like moon gathering, and it's like connection, collaboration, celebration. And then we have goddesses. So we have the goddess Celina here. We have, there we go.
Oh, I love it.
And then we have the goddess Hecate in here. So there are different, so it has herbs, it has the moon cycles, it has animals. So we have the owl is on here. Yeah, this is like my favorite,
I love
ocean tides
Okay.
and the dolphin. So yeah,
Oh,
this one's like all time my favorite moon deck. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And then here's the full moon.
oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It
Beautiful.
has sage, super moon.
The other tarot deck that I have that I find works really well with the moon is the Witch's Wisdom.
Okay. I thought maybe you were going to say moonology.
I have that too. I do have that too. But I what I find with moonology is that and I have I think the first deck from moonology and I'm actually looking for it over here. I have it.
Mm-hmm.
But I find that like I like the herbs and I like the goddesses and I like it all being together.
Okay. Yeah. So this one's my favorite moon deck. And then Manifesting by the Moon is my favorite book.
Anybody in chat have favorite moon books or moon decks that they like? A witch and a bitch.
Roman. It has to be Roman, right?
Yeah, that's some powerful shit right there.
Oh, Miss Tarot D said Celina and I have strong magic together. Every time we do a ritual together, it is so we've done other rituals together. They have been successful.
Yeah, uh-oh. Jilly's already checking out Amazon for the deck. I know. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it on my wish list. I am.
It's a beautiful deck. It's a really nice guidebook as well. There's about so you get 2.5 pages for each card on
Oh,
information.
wow.
Yeah, so there's about 139, 38 pages in here, and there is
What's the price point? Do you know?
I don't know. I this was sent to me for review.
Okay.
Yeah, I've that's one good thing is I'm very fortunate that stuff is sent to me for review, like the
Yeah.
books and the decks. But yeah, I have no idea what it costs.
Nancy said, I love the new Dark Moon deck that just came out recently.
Oh, from Hay House, I need to buy that because
As we're talking about not buying.
I know I don't have the hookup with
What?
Hay House. I know I don't have the hookup with Hay House, but I do want that deck.
Uh,
Roman sent it to me, and he's like, "Celina, check out this deck." So he's like a horrible. He's a enabler as well. Every day I look at my messages, and he sends me some kind of Kickstarter or deck.
I know.
Yeah.
Bridget said, okay, wait a minute. Have you worked with the Dark Moon Oracle, Nancy?
Please comment.
I just lost the comment. Oh, well. Oh, Love Moonology. Got it for $6 at Marshall's.
You did, Miss Tarot D. I remember her saying that.
Oh my gosh, love it. So where I live in this, I live in a little rural place in Pennsylvania.
I'm in Pennsylvania.
I know. I'm on the other side. I'm over near Bloomsburg.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you are on the other side. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm on the other side. I'm near Bloomsburg. And in Bloomsburg, they have a little strip mall that's got the Walmart and the Maurice's and the dollar store, and there's a Marshall's. Now,
Hmm.
I'm from Lancaster originally. Like,
Okay.
I'm a city girl. I'm from Lancaster City. And like, we have Marshalls, just saying. Like, I walked into this Marshalls and I'm like, what happened? Like, this is half a Marshalls. This is like
Oh, I know.
this
We
is
have
like
nice ones out here in
Marshallette.
Robinson.
It's called, so my friends and I all call it Marshallettes now. My family, we all say we're going to Marshallettes, and
I love it.
that's the way it is. I'll
But I
tell
mean, I
you.
love going to the Dollar Tree for stuff. Like a lot of my candles and stuff, like my
Yeah.
7-day candles,
Yes.
I load up on at Dollar Tree with those things. They have some phenomenal items there that are really like little altar trays or candles or battery operated candles. Sometimes I don't have the energy to light a full candle. I'm going to have a battery operated candle because it's safe, and I'll have that going. That's
Yeah.
okay too.
Oh, I hear Henry. There goes Mark after him. This is what we say to him to get him in the house. And when we say it, he comes running. And I don't know whether he'll come to me if I say it, but we say, come get some chicken.
Oh.
Just looked over here. We say, come get chicken. And he comes right. Here he comes. You just got chicken. You did.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a boxer.
Oh, I was gonna say he has a deeper voice.
He is a boxer, and he's a 10-year-old boxer that we swear he acts like he's 3. They just never grow up.
Oh,
He's just all gray in his
yeah.
mother. Oh my goodness, Celina, it has been my absolute pleasure. It's been wonderful to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
It's been so nice to have everybody in chat too.
Hmm.
I really needed this. I needed to get back, and I've missed a couple of lives because I've been ill.
Hmm.
But it was really nice to come and talk to somebody who loves the moon as much as I do.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my goodness, you're so welcome. Does anybody have anything else that they want to say or they want to ask and chat quick before we go? It's
Except for Roman, he's not allowed to ask anything.
Bridget says it's nice to meet me. Thank you. This was
Mhm.
so much fun and so glad you're feeling better. I am, and thanks to you for that too. We don't like Roman.
I mean, if he wants to ask questions, he can. I'm over here drinking. I mean, I have a drink.
What have you got? What are you drinking?
A hot toddy. So
Nice.
I have lemon ginger tea.
And some
So I have
brandy.
2. And then this is my dad's favorite brandy that I found in Texas when I was down there, and I stuck it in my boot as my, to get so it would get here safely because I went to a rodeo, and it arrived safely. So I was so happy to find my dad's favorite brandy down there
Oh my gosh. What part of Texas were you in?
in Houston
Okay.
because the rodeo was going on.
So my Zen teacher lives in New Mexico, in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
I want to move to New Mexico.
I do too.
My husband and I want to move there.
So I fly into El Paso when I go there. Sometimes with a stop in Houston or Dallas. The last time I went, I swear I did a tour around Texas before I ever left El Paso.
Oh goodness. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I was happy to find my dad's favorite drink. I mean, my dad's been gone since 93, so this drink means a lot to me because it reminds me of him. And I feel like he's been here to help me feel better and get better quickly.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Beth says, wait a minute. No, Ms. Harrow D says, Beth, that sounds so good. I don't know what Beth has. Oh, I love a hot toddy with cognac.
Mm-hmm. That's good too, Beth. But yeah, this one's the brandy. So
I love New Mexico. I used to be a journalist in El Paso. So much fun.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at you, Beth. That's amazing.
Wow. New
Yeah,
Mexico.
my husband and I want to move to New Mexico, but then he's also thinking maybe we should go to Arizona, be close to Bobby.
Um, my son almost moved to Arizona. It's not
Yeah.
happening, at least not right now. But
Yeah.
I was half thinking, wow, maybe we'll get to like retire out in Arizona near my son. It's not happening.
Yeah. Get
Oh my
away from this cold weather.
goodness.
Get away from this cold weather that we're in.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, everybody. We are going to say good night. Really, I always have trouble saying goodbye. It's so hard. It's always so hard. I'm trying to think where I'm going to be next. I was supposed to be on with Three Girls in a Deck, but then Sarah got sick. We've all been sick.
Everybody. Yeah.
Everybody's sick. So I'm just sending out good juju that we all get better. I don't know when my next wine and tarot is going to be. That was supposed to be last Friday with Debbie, but then she got sick.
Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be Monday. I'll be on live Monday at 9:00 to read cards for everyone.
Oh, nice.
I know I'm trying not to push myself too much. That's Saturday. So I'll tell this story before I go. So Saturday we woke up and we looked at each other and we're like, wow, we feel better. Mark says, get that spray. So I'm spraying the house and we had just bought paint to paint our bedroom. And he said, I'm going to paint the bedroom. And I'm like, are you sure? And so we had 2 walls left to paint. And I was like puttering around the house and it's like 1:00 and I went into him and I said, I'm fading fast. And he said, so am I. So yes, Roman, you are loved. So by 3:30 we both like had our little dinners on our TV trays like old people watching TV with our tissue boxes.
That's how my husband and I have been. My husband was he took off like 4 days, wasn't feeling well. I was sharing my brandy with him and making him a tea, making myself a tea,
Nice.
going through our box of tissues and Sudafed and honey. And it was a really wild week here.
Somebody's going to visit with their son. Oh, I'm visiting with my son in Denver, so I won't be at that for a while. Oh, you just have the best time with your son. I am going to be seeing my son in a couple of weeks over the Easter weekend to help him move one more time. And yeah. So anyway, everybody, blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for your support and your love.
Thank you
for being here. It's been wonderful. And thank you, Celina. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Everybody. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves.